In a sleepless city full of nightlife, a mysterious man with worn-down fingertips drives slowly around. He follows a stranger's car to the suburbs and deliberately bumps into the car, making the driver get down to check the damage. While the driver is taking photos for insurance, the man stabs him from behind and drags him into the seats. He brutally stabs him over and over, eventually turning the car into a murder scene. As police officers stationed nearby, Tae-suk and his assistant are going to the scene to investigate the murder. On their way there, Tae-suk sees some gangsters in front of a gambling store. He gets down from the car to teach them some lessons and searches the place. The place is owned by Jang, a feared gangster boss. He has bribed the local police to let his business run in the area, so he calls Tae-suk's boss to order his man down. Hearing that, his boss calls Tae-suk and orders him to go to the murder scene immediately. Arriving at the scene, Tae-suk sees the rear-end collision mark, and decides it is a lead to investigate further. Back to the station, the officers are trying to figure out the motive behind the murder. They hypothesize that it's a robbery murder as the victim's wallet is gone. But, Tae-suk points it out the other way. He has linked the case to other similar styled murders around the area over the past weeks. He concludes that the culprit is a serial killer with a specific knife, as used in all of the cases. Despite his effort, his claim is not backed by enough evidence. His boss uses the chance to forbid him from entering the case. On the other hand, Jang is meeting his competitor, Songdo. Songdo also opens gambling stores and is looking to enter Jang's territory. He hides his aim under the pretense of working together and proposes the idea to Jang. However, Jang declines the proposal as he knows Songdo's true intention. The meeting ends with a bigger rift between the two. Having finished the meeting, Jang drives alone on his way home. When he's making a phone call, the serial killer crashes Jang's car's rear. Wanting to avoid the police, Jang decides to let Killer go without any compensation. When Jang is about to enter his car, Killer catches him by surprise and stabs him several times. Jang defends himself immediately, not letting Killer lend another hit. Jang is so strong that even in his condition, he can throw Killer's body around. He throws him for one last time, before sticking Killer's knife to his own chest. Seeing how strong Jang is, Killer decides to flee the scene and hits Jang with his car, leaving him there to die. Killer is unsatisfied with his failed attempt, so he drives to the outskirts looking for another target. He stitches his wound up with a stapler before finally killing an old man. Back to Jang, he is immediately treated and hospitalized. His men who hear about it suspect that it was Songdo's doing, so they raid his place. Thus, the inevitable fight breaks out between the two gangs. It results in a prolonged fight, resulting in great loss for the two sides. After waking up, Jang says that the killer is not Songdo's man as Killer's attack feels purposeless to him. He only remembers a brief description of Killer's car and orders his men to locate it. Tae-suk hears about the attack last night and visits Jang in the hospital. He questions him about the incident and the killer, but Jang doesn't want to answer it and declines his help as he doesn't want anything to do with the police. As a gangster boss, he is also ashamed of being jumped on, so he plans to take matters into his own hand and capture Killer by himself. Still unsatisfied with the answer, Tae-suk looks for Jang's car and finds a car collision mark II, supporting his claim about the serial killer. At night, the killer is back in action. He kills a truck driver swiftly and drives the vehicle away. However, the driver's friend is actually in the back seat. He laughs psychotically as he is about to get his second kill for the night. His knife falls down during the process and is found by Jang's men afterwards. The day after, Tae-suk visits Jang once more to ask for his cooperation. Realizing that the cops have better tools and strategies, they finally come to an agreement. Each party will supply the things they can do best. The gangsters will provide manpower and money, while the police will supply the skills and tools needed. Beforehand, Jang has asked a painter to sketch the killer's face. With Jang's great memory retention, the sketch is detailed enough to let them run a search. They seem cooperative to one another, but inside, they aim to stab one another's back once the killer is captured. Before searching for the killer, Jang orders his man to kill his rival, Songdo, using the killer's knife which they have found. His men deliberately leave the knife on Songdo's body, to shift the blame towards him. The forensics report comes out, and all the past victims' DNA are found on the knife. Tae-suk, who knows about the condition, suspects Jang of killing Songdo and confronts him. He bursts into his office and punches him 2 times in the face, but Jang doesn't move an inch. They get into a fight despite their agreement, but Tae-suk is single-handedly defeated by Jang while he is on call. Due to their fight, Tae-suk plans to capture the killer first before incriminating Jang afterwards. The next day, Jang and the killer are present at Songdo's funeral. The killer has seen the news of Songdo's death, and realizes that his popularity is being used by someone else in the incident. He secretly tips Songdo's man that Jang is actually the one who killed their boss. On his way home, the killer finds another target and immediately kills him in the same manner. He doesn't have any motives and pattern in his killings, aside from the fact that he feels satisfied after taking a man's life. On the other hand, Jang's men have located killer's car. Jang and Tae-suk personally investigate it to find anything useful. Out of the blue, Songdo's men swarm and attack the place. They come with anger as their fuel to take revenge for their boss. Jang and Tae-suk are better at fighting than Songdo's men, but they are still outnumbered. They help one another to win it, but Tae-suk accidentally kills a man. As a rightful cop, it is his first killing and it makes him delusional, until Jang snaps him out. From the investigation, they have found the killer's fingerprints and have successfully identified him. They search his residence, but cannot find him since he has escaped. Luckily, Tae-suk finds his photo and uses it to prepare a search. In the headquarters, Jang's men and Tae-suk's men are planning a full-scale search. After the plan is set, they relay it to Jang's men and send them out to the streets. Hotels, markets, terminals, bars, internet cafes, not any single place is left unturned by them. Despite their effort, the killer is still nowhere to be found. The next day, Jang is meeting Tae-suk at a bus terminal. They befriend a high school girl who is in need of an umbrella. When they are eating with the others, they find out that the girl who they talked to has been killed by the killer. They set out once more and follow the bus line as their leads. They successfully pinpoint the killer's residence this time. However, the killer realizes that he is being surrounded, so he drives away. The cops and the gangsters chase him and a prolonged car chase ensues. The killer goes deep into the alleys in hope of shaking the pursuers off, but Jang is determined to capture him. Jang and Tae-suk finally catch up to the killer. They squeeze him in the middle, but he fights back, resulting in Tae-suk crashing some stalls on the side of the road. After some time, Jang and Tae-suk manage to corner him and crash his car. However, the killer has escaped and kills one of Jang's men in the process. Jang follows his blood trail and arrives at a karaoke bar. He checks the rooms one by one, until he sees something strange with the customers. He enters the room and smashes the door down. The killer is pinned down by Jang's body weight while being continuously beaten. Then, he drags him away and brings him to a place to torture him. Still aiming to bring true justice, Tae-suk comes in with his car and crashes into Jang. This is when Tae-suk shows his true colors and betrays Jang after they have accomplished their common goal. He takes the killer away and brings him to the police station with a big smile on his face. Finally, the killer is being tried for his crimes. He manages to continuously evade the accusations, as there is no direct evidence that can be linked to his doings. When he is about to be cleared, Jang enters the courtroom as a witness and the sole survivor of the attack. He reveals about the killer's face sketch that he has to support his claim. Furthermore, he is also able to narrate the incident in detail, supported by the scars on his body and the killer's body, as a result of the knife fight that night. With all of the direct evidence present, the killer is sentenced to death. However, Jang is also imprisoned due to his illegal business and other crimes that he has committed. Turns out, he has made a pact with Tae-suk. He has agreed to turn himself in, as long as he can be imprisoned in one facility with the killer. In the end, Tae-suk and his men are getting promoted due to their achievements in solving the multiple serial murder cases. Jang also enters the prison where his men are waiting for him. There, he meets Killer with a big smile on his face, since he will be getting his revenge soon. Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like and comment to help the channel out. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.